All right, I want to thank y'all for tuning the channel today. I've got some good news. I got another build in the works, okay? But today, while I was choosing what batteries I'm going to use for the build, just want to go over these Optima batteries. Of course, you've got options. You've got wet cell, you've got AGM, and you've got lithium. For me, on my builds, I'm going to go AGM. There's pros and cons to all of them, but I do like the sealed AGM batteries. I don't have to worry about them leaking acid, stuff like that. So I want to talk to you a little bit today about the difference between the red, the blue, and the yellow top, okay? And the blue top actually has two different options in the marine. And so let me flip this camera around, let me show you all the batteries behind me, and we're going to discuss the differences in the batteries and what you should use them for. So starting with the red top on the right here, red top is a really good battery. It's good for cranking amps, and it also if you have an alternator, you know, so trucks, stuff like that, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for something that's going to pull a big load and then also has the alternator to get it right back up, okay? To me, you know, this is not a deep cycle battery, so this is something that you're going to want to stay, you know, 75, 80, 90% charged most of the time, okay? So good starting battery. And I'm going to talk about an isolator. I've got one in the truck, and I'll explain that to y'all a little bit later in the video on how you can have two different batteries doing two different things on the same unit, and that's what I'm doing on my build. I'm going to move over here to the yellow top, okay? This is a deep cycle battery. Your sound system, you know, winches, stuff like that, anything that doesn't have an you know, let's say it's going to get an alternator, it's going to get a charge here and there, but this is a battery you can run down to 20-30%, no problem. It's made for that, but it's also not made for the deep cranking amps that you would pull on a large starter on a large vehicle. Now, looking at these batteries in comparison, I know I have these set. You've got the marine batteries, okay? The marine batteries, if you know the blue tops, we've got two different bottoms, okay? You got a dark gray and you've got the light gray. So it really should be paired up like this. And the reason I'm going to move this one over here is because you're almost looking at the same battery here, okay? Yellow top, if you're going for that for sound system, you're going for you know, intermittent charging, stuff like that, something that's deep cycle, you can run down a little more, or even like a trolling motor on a boat, you know, I would say I'd go this route right here. This is deep cycle. This is almost the same thing here. The only thing you're getting is the marine, and so you're getting stainless studs and you're getting some stainless nuts to go with it for the light color, okay? Now, if you need a cranking battery for your boat and you're in marine, you're going to want to go with the dark bottom right here. The dark bottom is going to be way more beneficial to you. It's just better for the cranking amps, and it's pretty much the same as a red top. You're just getting the stainless studs and the bolts, and it's marine certified. So this one is almost the same as this battery. This battery is the same as this battery. So if you're going yellow top and you're going to do a sound system and you want the studs like this, you know, just go ahead and go this route and go ahead and get you the marine and go for that. So anyway, like I said today, just wanted to go over the different types and then how you select them. I'm going to go out to the truck here in a minute and I'm going to show you an isolator, and we're going to talk about how the isolator works and how to keep the cranking battery on my primary, and then how to keep one of these as a spare that's running my audio. So let me walk out there and we'll go over that real quick. All right, so I'm going to talk about, you know, we talked about like the red one you can use for cranking, and then you can have the yellow one for your sound system and all your accessories. So the way to do a dual battery setup, whether it's in a utility, side by side, whatever you're going to do, right? The way I like to do it is basically take the red battery as the cranking amp, you put that in there, and that's just the starter, and that's the unit itself. I tie all my accessories into basically a yellow top or a light gray marine, which is the same as a yellow top. And I use the light gray marine just because I like the studs on them. You pay like 20-30 more bucks. It's not that much more. But just talking about the way to do it right, because we talked about the red one, it's going to get direct alternator current to charge it back up when your motor's running on your UTV, side by side, whatever you're doing, right? And I'm just not going to say what's in my build. You're going to stay tuned to the channel to find out what I'm going to build. But what you can do is you can go on Amazon, you can buy just basically an isolator. You don't have to get a smart isolator. You can see this one's an adjustable one, okay? And the way that works is you tie this to both batteries, okay? And your primary engine battery, whenever the voltage exceeds, generally 12.5 is what the default setting is for most of the ones that aren't adjustable. When the voltage exceeds 12.5, then it allows it closes the circuit and allows the charging to go back to the other battery, which is your yellow battery or whatever, right? Your deep cycle battery. Because that one doesn't need to be charged all the time. It can get down to 30-40%. It can stay at that. And then when the motor starts running, it tops that red one off. you get over 12.5, it pushes the current back to the other battery, okay? And then you literally can leave your sound system running, your jams running, and you can run that other battery almost completely dead, and it doesn't affect your cranking, right? You hop on your cart, fire right up, your red battery's full, right? Because when the voltage drops below 12.5, it basically breaks the circuit to the other battery, and your main battery stays fully charged the way it's supposed to. You're not pulling on your main battery. And so the good thing about this adjustable one is you can actually set the voltages when you want it to come in and out. And so like I can set it at 13 if I want anything in excess of 13, or 12.2 if you want to make that window smaller. You can do that with a adjustable. These things, they run like 25, 30 bucks on Amazon. If you want an adjustable one, it's a little bit more. But they also offer the kits, and you can see I've got a kit here. It comes with all the wiring, the fuses, you know, everything you need to install that. So if you're interested in doing a dual battery system and you've got a sound system and you don't want to run your stuff dead, and you want to be able to jam on it all day and then jump on your buggy and not worry about it, you know, now you got rock lights, you got whips, you've got accessories, all this stuff running. I want to be able to walk away from it and know I'm not going to have jumper cables to fire it up. So that's the setup I run with. Anyway, I just want to talk about the differences between the batteries and if that helped you make the decision or not. Please hit that like on the video. Please hit the subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate it.